everyone, sorry, it's the third time I'm trying to record this, and I don't know what's going on, but apparently the computer cuts the camera every time I'm trying to look at my notes online, so I hope this will be working. Today I'm gonna speak to you about something different before I go back to usual reviews, long format, and maybe shorter because you're currently probably overwhelmed by a lot of videos, online offers on Christmas and else. But yeah, happy Christmas, by the way, or anything celebration you usually do these times. We're gonna try 6 samples. Hopefully the 4 first ones, I worry less about the 2 others, are in good state. You might know I have a lot of samples of 150, 200, I don't count them now, but I know it's a lot and I'm late on many. So today's theme is a distillery which is not usually covered a lot by the whiskey YouTube and even in blogs, because maybe it's a continental European distillery from Netherlands. But yeah, it's something I wanted to try for a long time. Don't know why I waited so much, but I couldn't wait more. This box gift sample box set was given to me during his visit by my good friend Govert Pennings from Netherlands. At the time he had a blog called Recursi NL Whiskey, something like that. Unfortunately, it's I don't think it's there. He gave up about the whiskey a long time ago, or at least any blogging activity, and not much into whiskey now, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me, Govert, otherwise. But yeah, I wanted to try the MILLSTONE whiskey brand, which does mainly for what is there the topic rye and barley malt whiskey. And there you can see the samples. I poured a bit of them, and you can see also the stills. They have since 2-3 years new 4-side stills, but before they had and also they had handmade smaller copper stills. So just to refresh a bit for those who don't know, refresh or new, or I don't have a lot of visuals. The only visuals, it's called the brand, whiskey brand, it's called MILLSTONE. I host those 2 samples from Govert also to try. Why? Because there's a windmill that's used by the distillery to grind their grains, even if now the production has been increased, so they cannot use this only. I'm not even sure, please correct me for those who are locals, if it's still used. I didn't find a lot of infos. This is the look a few years ago on the bottle, the MILLSTONE. I have also samples from Friskinder, you just saw on picture, and also from Old Amp Stair, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Will be for another time. To put a long story short, because I want to really focus on the tasting rather than going in depth in the distillery, which I don't know a lot and I didn't find a lot of infos. The distillery was founded in 1975. Malt Whiskey book says 74, but a lot of sources say 75. Other sources, including Dead Boutique Whiskey Company, which had a release from them, which works with them, by Fred van Zuidam. So it's a Dutch family who founded this. Initially they did only produce other spirits than whiskey, of course Genever, which is and then gin, and then vodka, and some liquors. You might, if you have seen my episode about gin, the 2 videos about gin. There's another coming in soon. That the Dutch and the German are the first ones who brought the rye into the whiskey territory, who basically invented the rye whiskies, and then went to the USA, etc., etc. I also owe you an episode about the rye whiskey, and it will be a world rye whiskey video, not only an American one or Canadian. What else? First trials to distill whiskey in 1994, and a more constant production and improved production in 1998. So first release in 2007 under the MILLSTONE brand, if I understood well, and in 2020 they managed to now grow their own barley and rye. For those interested, the MILLSTONE brand is highly regarded by some prestigious and established reviewers like Serge Valentin, my compatriot from east of France. And for instance, last year, I think the 2 releases are probably from the same year, MILLSTONE produced something very important for them. Is the first 25 years old. There were at least two expressions and 2 reviewed by Serge. 2 1996 vintages, 2022 release for Canada only, lucky Canadians. 244 bottles, Oloroso sherry casks, 44.92, very precise ABV. Rated 91 out of 100 by Serge, so rather great one. Usually MILLSTONEs get great reviews, great notes, not only at Serge, if I see well, but Serge gave a hefty 93 out of 100 for that boutique whiskey company 10th anniversary release. He says Netherlands, so might be an exclusive for Netherlands. Again, Oloroso cask, 330 bottles, 46.5 ABV. Just saying, if you can find this, Serge compared it to some of the best old-style Macallans he had. Just saying, I know what it's like, so I can tell. Right, so I hope the video won't be cut, and I'm gonna start now. Did I show you? Yes, I show you. So what do we have? We have a MILLSTONE here in the glasses. MILLSTONE, 5 years old, most probably American oak, but doesn't say. They do American oak and French oak version, and sometimes they mix bourbon and Oloroso. So I didn't have, and it's a bit late now to get the infos, the precise recipes of all these, but I searched the whiskey base and I did found some infos about some. Then we'll try an 8 years old Peated, 40% both. The distillery on his website states they don't color. They don't talk much about filtration, but they say they don't color and they try to give you a natural presentation. So we'll assume with reservations it's not colored, seems to be sure, and probably non-chill filtered, but I'm not sure. Then we'll go to a 12 years old sherry cask at 46%, and then an 8 years old 100% rye at 50%, both being most probably from 2014. I hope they're in good shape. If they're in good shape, you're gonna see the video. If not, I might just keep it for myself. Now the 2 others are also from 2014. There is 40%er 14 years old French oak with 3 casks, made of 3 casks, and there is a Peaks sherry cask, 14 years old, 99 vintage as well. You can see it's a 2014 release, and yeah, so I hope you'll find it interesting, even if the releases are old. If you have a look at Serge notes or other people, or even the online websites, shops who sell it, will tell the official tasting notes or their notes. You might compare it to mine and see if things are still making sense, so maybe it will help, or just by curiosity for world whiskies. So thank you in advance for watching this video. That's probably gonna get very few views, but it's life. I have to cover this and share it with you. Okay, let's start by the first one, hoping it's good. What do I see? Good legs sticking a few seconds. It has some oils. It's quite fat. Color is amber. I mean, all are almost of this color. On the nose. Ah, seems in a good shape. Okay, so there's noble wood, kind of waxy, even there's a waxy sensation on the nose. It's quite a pleasant nose, I have to say. Yeah, this the waxiness seems to be very, very much sticking into the glass. There's some also Christmas spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves in there. It's not overly oaky. It's I will say it's noble. Yeah, like I said, I don't have other words. Noble oak, refined. It's not harsh. It's not raw. It's not fresh sound wood. It's very polished. It's very tamed. Beautiful nose. Okay, let's go on the palate. I'm super curious. Cheers. Okay, it's 40%, so it's a bit thin, but it's quite pleasant. There's some fruit, honey, varied candied fruit and honey coming in. Yeah, this mixed combo of spices, which is still sweet, but there's definitely some character. Now I'm afraid there might be some OBA, so please take all the notes for at least for the 4 first samples. The other are well shaped in it seems, considering the level. And that stopper seems good. The screw top. There's something also. There's some potpourri flowers, I would say. Bouquet, very nice. There's a lot of charm in this. It's very Christmassy. I don't have a lot of decorations. There's some tiny lights there, but they're not on. This is very pleasant nose, very pleasant. I like it. Last sip, and I'm gonna add some water, but very cautiously. Yeah, this is unique. This has a unique style, which for me, don't know you. If you know, you have already tried Millstone, please hit me on the comments about that. Tell me what's your experience. I think it does a beautiful bridge between single malt category and bourbon category, but because there's something of bourbon in there, some natural caramel, some pecan pie thing in there. It's very pleasant. Yeah, that's lovely stuff. I think that's good. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go to the 8 years old. I'm glad it's in good condition so far. This one is slightly darker. Also, there's less oiliness in there. The legs are going quickly down. You cannot see it, sorry, but nice amber as well. Oh, this one has more different. There's still the same notes that I had for the 5 years old, but there's something more, slightly more tannic, maybe more waxy, slightly solventy, but in a good way. Sorry. The oak has changed a bit. I hope it's not the OBA. Let's see on the palate. There's something different on the oak. Wow. Oh, the palate is better. And I forgot. Yeah, it's peated. But on the nose I had almost nothing. Wow. 40% and peated. I don't know if the peat is from Netherlands. If you know, please again tell me in the comments. Thank you. This is very nice. This slightly ashy, very dry peat. It's not an Isla. It's not. I would say. Too bad it's not 43 or 46%. This will be a belter like the first one. Oh, it's a shame. But I like it. Yeah, it's a bit watery, but still some density in it. The peat seems to narrow a bit the profile though. Those beautiful oaky, spicy notes are a bit subdued now. First sip was maybe a bit better. Gonna try to add a few drops, but just 2. Yeah, 40%. Too bad. I would have preferred 43 at least. But still a nice experience. Oh, okay. There's slight vanilla coming in, but it's very tiny. There's less vanilla and caramel than in the first 5 years old. But if you like peat, if you like something sweet, I don't know if it's still the same style now, but yeah, it's okay. Now, more than okay, it's rather good, let's say. Okay, so far so good. I'm so glad the samples are in good condition. Let's move on to the third one, going serious now. 12 years old sherry cask, 46%. Yeah. And yeah, by the way, as one of the whiskey community pillars, members in a lot of chats, doesn't have a channel, a YouTube channel or blog, whatever, we don't care, but it's a very active member of the whiskey community. So of course this is dedicated to Frank, aka Peated. And yeah, I'm sorry, I also have to, but I did pay tribute to him in several on Instagram and on the chat of several channels and accounts. Big Al, very endearing person with a lot of character from the whiskey community. You will be really dearly missed, and I love you, and I really enjoyed talking to you. Of course, we didn't met, unfortunately, in person, but yeah, I did really enjoy and shared a lot of thoughts with you in private, and also had the honor, for those interested, to have you. Sorry for the little thing on the side. Also had the chance to have you on my channel for a long live show. That was very cool. So rest in peace, brother. That's rich. The distillery character seems to be very strong and able to handle a lot of different casks. I will be really curious to get me one now. Let me tell you, it's not sold in France at all. I'm obliged to buy this abroad with taxes and shipping and stuff, but I think next year it's gonna be on my wish list. Not sure which one, but yeah. So there's something like paraffin, there's something like dry oloroso. There's it's opening up very nicely. Wow. To be honest, now, I mean, it's 12 years old, sherry cask. Oloroso with no doubt, this one. Pour me this blind at this stage and I will tell you it's an old style Glenfarclas. Simple as that. Because there's a rich raisins, bit nutty, oxidative. By oxidative I mean a bit sour cherries. Wow. I also have a slight old style, furniture polish, but very reduced. Oh la la. Oh, the nose is opening up every second. It's fantastic. I understand why you got high rates. Whoa. The nose is crazy good. Oh my god. You know what it reminds me also? First, and I have it, I have to review it at some point. Glendronach Cask Strength first batch 1. I have it. It's wonderful. And it's richer, it's deeper, it's really Glenfarclas / Old Macallan, I agree. Whoa. And honestly, to find this quality on the nose already, just speaking about the nose, to find this quality today in a Scottish single malt, I mean, you have to pay a lot of money probably for that. Purity, clean, very rich, dark fruit, ripe fruit, raisins, dates, figs. Wow, I'm very impressed. Let's go on the palate now. Cheers, or Slangeva, I don't know. Ooh, that is super good. Ooh, and there's some dark chocolate, Swiss chocolate, brownie. Oh, fucking hell, sorry. Wow, if the 12 years old sherry cask at 46 is like that now, whoa, I need a bottle. This is, I'm gonna keep the rest to re-review them because I didn't took notes, but I really love this. It's very silky on the palate. Might be some OBE effect to melt all these notes together, but it's a beautiful whiskey. Whoa, look at this. Quite dark. All these notes I have on, I told you on the nose, I have them on the palate. So lots of fruits, dried fruits as well, ripe fruits, this slightly furniture polish and wax, no, sorry, waxed also. Yeah, a bit of the two. Waxed floor, parquet, ciré in French. Mais not too much. Not overpowering like in some old-style Macallans and Glenfarclasses, which it was a bit too much for me. Some of the Oloroso can be overwhelming and a bit heady, solventy. This one is not. This is perfect. Very balanced. Wow. Well, I didn't took precise notes, but this one is 88 or 90 territory. Wow, very good. I love it. Really, really love it. I'm gonna do a U-turn now with the rye and then really try to clean well my palate, because I'm gonna go back to single malt. It's a choice. I had a doubt. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let me think. Maybe I will but yeah, anyway, it's gonna mark up my palate, because to try first this sherry, then go to the rye. Is this a good idea to go back to bourbon? I don't know. Let's do the what I have planned, which is go now to the 8 years old rye, 100% rye, 50% ABV. Wow, look at this color, my god. And the legs sticking well. Wow, I don't know if you see them. Yeah, you can see that. It's a rum glass, Rum Fest Paris. I had to find 6 same glasses, nosing glass I like to use. Of course, I love this one, which is a bit bigger. It's a Glenlivet glass I had at a press tasting where we selected whiskies. I was very honored to be invited to that. Probably one the only one, I think, whiskey-wise, that was invited. It's another story I will tell you when I speak to you again about Glenlivet. The dose. Okay, I know why Millstone is famous for his rye whiskies. This is beautiful. Wow, again, I don't know if it's due to OBE, mind you, so take please my notes with the reservations. Now, if you know Millstone well and you have tasted a lot of Millstones, please tell me in the comments if your experience is the same as the one I have, and if it's reliable notes for something on sale these last years by the company. I think it will be useful for our viewers, so please do. Frank, for instance, no pressure. Oh la 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 la, this is all I love in rye whiskey, man. So there's something, so rye bread, okay, some heady, but in a good sense. I prefer the French term capiteux, because in the French term capiteux, there's not what is in English when you say heady. It takes your head. It might give you headache. It doesn't. So that's why I prefer the French term capiteux, but you don't know it. So yeah, again, and I know I don't want to be self-advertising, but it's close now to my French whiskey I did blend, thinking of rye all the time in my head, because it's very close. It's single malt, but it's very close to rye. And yeah, I have this exotic oak, exotic woods, sandalwood, and exotic lychee, papaya, guava, exotic fruit, exotic flowers, all I like in rye. But this is very elegant. There's nothing raw in there. Maybe it's still be again, I don't know, but it's beautiful. Well, they know what they do in Netherlands. I mean, they distill rye for a long time. This is, if you want to have a comparison, guys, this is close to the, despite being 46, yeah, this is very close to lot 40 cask strength, batch 1 and batch 2. Let me tell you, as beautiful as that. So I'm very impressed. The nose is 93, 94. Wow. Out of 100. Okay, let's go on the palate. Cheers. Ah! Fireworks. Ah, this is beautiful. I don't know when I waited so much to try this and to buy bottles from them, even with all the export thing, because this is wonderful and this has absolutely to be included, and I'm glad I'm waiting to this time, paradoxically, to do my special World Rye review overview with I don't know, 10, 6, 8 whiskies. MILLSTONE has to be in there. So I'm glad I've tried this before I did the review. Whoa, thank God. Thank God. This is absolutely beautiful. The concentration in this. Okay, if you want a comparison, GP Wise's dissertation with more density. This is as good as that. Now I have it in my cabinet. I haven't done the comparison. Maybe I should, but I don't have much left. But I'm 100% sure I'm gonna get a bottle of this, the rye and the sherry. And I haven't even tried a PX, which is quite famous, apparently. Not especially this release, but the fact MILLSTONE does PX cask releases. Even better with a few drops. Oh la la. Super delicate heady flowers, super delicate rye bread notes, super delicate exotic fruits, exotic flowers, silky mouthfeel. Might be the OBE again, I don't know. All bottle effect, it means the time left in the sample or the bottle, a decade in that case almost. That could explain that it's more melted, like if you want to know, like if you have crafted a whiskey and instead of blending the cask and that's all, you did put all those casks in a big vat, like in France you have 28,000 liters. Yeah, it's foudre, it's called foudre, used for you know, la Benedictine liqueur or other liqueurs, or sometimes also cognac or big vats. So they let it marry for years, and that's the effect I have here. But it's beautiful. I will die to get a bottle of this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can give you a score, only a temporary and just one try score, 93, 94, I don't know. It's insanely good. Frank, you have a stunning distillery there. Oh la la. Okay, I have to go back on Earth after this. How I did wait so long to try this sample set. I think I suffer, I don't know you guys, from I don't know how to call this, respect procrastination. That is, you are gifted something that you place in high regard, and because of this respect, for some crazy reason, you don't want to open the gift and you don't want to empty the samples, because it's like a sacred thing. It's completely irrational. I don't know what you think of that, but yeah, it happens to me with this. Also happens to me, and I think of it on a regular basis. Thanks, Paul, again. I was gifted at the time by a whiskey fan, a whiskey lover, 13 samples of North Star Spirits whiskies, blended and single malts, and it was so much of something. It's less years, it's maybe 5 years, 4 or 5, I don't know. I still haven't got to them. I know I would never find them again, because it's they go fast, they are successful anyway. So yeah, I suffer from procrastination for this and for a lot of things. Recently I discovered in a health magazine that procrastination means depression. Okay, so maybe anyway, don't want to be too personal, but yeah, there's things that don't go well in my life at the moment, but one of the satisfying things is to get to try those gems. Okay, enough of self blah blah. Let's go back to whiskey. It's not enough of this. Gonna pour a bit more. Now we're going to to the oldest ones I have in sample. Let's see if you can do something more cool compared to what I do usually, because might be frustrated that you don't have the bottles, I know. So we're gonna get to this one now, which is 40%, but sticky legs, not too much, but oh man, too bad. We have a 14 years old, distilled in 1999. Bottled in. I have the bottling date. Okay, so it's 21 of August 2013, and it's French oak. We will see if there's a treatment there. I mean, heavily charred or not, something like that. Because it doesn't say if the French oak held cognac or something else before. On the nose, it's completely different than all the 4 ones I tried. It's more about spice, bit spicy oak, bit more moderate oak, and I could confuse this with a Scotch, while I don't think I will do that with the 4 previous ones. So not much thing going on. Oak, maybe vanilla, sweet spices. Let's go to the palate. Not bad, but the oak is a bit louder. There's some green elements, slight bitterness. It's not bad, but coming from the 4 others, it's a step back. It's nice, but it's the least interesting of the 4 so far, I would say. Now, I might not be fair, because there's still some nice flavorful elements that try to get out of this oak, and that's some vanilla, maybe some angelica. A few drops will probably help this on the palate to shine. So they seem to be a distillery house style. Lots of elegance, of gentle oak and bit of flowers, but you know, fleur des champs, varied different flowers of, you know, you're in a field and you have lots of different botanicals and flowers mixed together, let's say that. It's nice. It's not my favorite, but it's nice. Very interesting overview so far, with different proposals. Nothing bad in there. Now, I think this might be a highlight, I don't know. Let's hide the Glenlivet logo, because now we have this. Oh, okay. You don't want, you want the information, so you got them. MILLSTONE Peaks Casks 14 or 13. 13 years old. Oh, I won't do the math. Distilled 16 February of 99. Bottled, I'm not good at math. The 30 of January of 2014. So I mean, it's probably less than 15 years old. It's not far. Pedro Jimenez, the richest of the sherries, Xérès in French, Xérès, Oloroso. Pedro Jimenez, sorry. 46% special number 1. It's, I think it's the name. Look at this color. Again, it's natural as I understand it. Dessert in French. Dessert, un nez de dessert, dessert nose. Rich fruit, chocolate, and malt galore. And very unique. This doesn't resemble to other peaks I had. Interesting. Something, again, I don't know it's if the OB, sorry, but very, very nice, melted and silky on the nose. There's something very sweet in the sensation, but it's not cloying, it's not overly sugary. Let's see on the palate. Cheers. Oh, that is good. Wow. Okay, I have a feeling there's something lost in the density by time, maybe, or the age. But that's why I'm pouring a bit more to dilute it after that. And there's still some noble notes oak-wise, and also some kind of high-end wax, wax cream. There's something about wax cream and Pedro Jimenez, almost chocolate soaked in Pedro Jimenez, dark chocolate soaked in Pedro Jimenez, that someone did at the last minute, poured some raisins in it and some brown chocolate. Milk chocolate maybe also. Yeah. So this it's a bit of unusual mix, unusual sherry as well. I will dare even say there's a hint of Palo Cortado notes in there. As a matter of fact, it slightly reminds me, I still have a sample to cover, of Dinston 1997 Palo Cortado finish. is as almost as beautiful as that, I would say, but I don't have a point of comparison. I have to review it. Yeah, a bit going away too much, too quick. Beautiful, but a bit escaping. I don't know what term else to say. A bit frustrating. Might be the age spent in glass, even if it seems doesn't. This one, I'm sure, it didn't lost. There wasn't no level going down like two of the others. So I don't know. Maybe it was like that until the beginning. Yeah, something seems a bit lost in there. If I had to give you a top one, I would say that the 5 years old, probably bourbon cask or bourbon and Oloroso, is a pretty consistent one. The 12 cask is a stunner. The 8 years old 100% rye is a stunner. The others are nice, but the highlights are the Oloroso and the 100% rye. So yeah, hope it was interesting. Tell me what you think, even if you don't know the whiskey. Do you think it's worth exploring it, trying to get a bottle? And if you tried it, please give me back your experience there. I'm very interested, especially if you had 2022 2023 releases. So maybe I could find them, and other people that liked my tasting notes could find them as well. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.